Hey, good morning. I hope you guys can hear me. I totally forgot a bunch of stuff today. I forgot my earpiece where you can hear me better. Um, yes, but good morning. Today is day 3 of the challenge mindset, and I have a lot to tell you guys. So I'm going to review day 1. Day 1 was the I am. And so, as an affirmation for yourself and who you believe you are, every time you say I am, you're sending that out to the universe and in your own mind on who you think you are. And so use that carefully. Remember, what you believe is what you're manifesting. You're sending those thoughts out to the world and yourself, and then the world will reflect that back to you. You don't believe in yourself, then, people will also think that. They may not tell you that, but they will get your message and think that as well, and it kind of perpetuates itself, right? So, but definitely check out day 1 because I explained that a whole lot more. And then day 2, yesterday, was saying life is easy versus hard. Make sure that you guys are taking that into account. Anything that you say is easy. Look back to everything that you think is easy to do. It is. It has been. And everything that you say is hard. You may still be able to do it, but it will be hard doing it. All right. So, and some of these things of what you think are hard or easy might have come from other people in your life and not necessarily from yourself, but you believed in them, and so you believe that for yourself, right? So all you got to do for anything to be easy is believe that it's easy, and understand that changing the language that you're using for that can be challenging, but really it's all about what you believe and what you tell yourself, and it's true or not true. And so, all right, so day 3 is about using 5 skills based on my research that I did on planned happenstance learning theory. It's what I did my dissertation on. And it's 5 skills to help you in your career, but also in your life. And so the theory comes from Crumboltz, and anybody that's interested in learning about Crumboltz, I can, talk more about that later, but the 5 skills that you can use in your life, especially if you're having a hard time with wrapping around, like changing your language and your mindset, these are a little bit easier, but you can also add them to your I ams. Your I am list that you want to tell yourself every day. So, day 1, you want to make sure that you're repeating these things to yourself every day. And then day 2, it's about the easy, this is easy, this is easy. So make sure that you are putting that. Whoever's on, say hi, because I am not on my computer, so I can't see who's on. I planned poorly today. I had it in my mind and then I forgot a bunch of stuff. One of them being a phone stand, and it's annoying. But anyway, it's annoying, but I will survive. Everything will be fine. Anyway, so as I was saying, the 5 skills. So they're not in any particular order, but definitely write them down, and then after I tell them to you, I'm going to ask you to rank them on which one you feel you do the best in, and then maybe which one you're not so great at. And so one is be curious. So being curious, curiosity, right? So children are naturally very curious, and then as time goes on, we extinguish that in them. We definitely put, we totally set that fire off because it's annoying. It's annoying. Everyone's so wrapped up in themselves that you don't want to take the time to explain everything to your child. So you just tell them to stop asking questions, and eventually some people stop asking questions. There's other people that are like, fine, don't ask my question. Don't answer my question. I'll go find the answer somewhere else. I'll ask 100,000 other people. And then on the flip side, then there's people maybe that go and seek the answers somewhere else, maybe Google, maybe books. Like I've always wondered, like, what do people do now? Because when I had a question, I guess I figured my parents weren't going to answer my questions for me. I would go to the library a lot. Like in anything that I had a question on, I could find a book on. And you still can. Anything that you have a question on, you could literally find a book. I don't know that I would recommend going to Google, because you will find whatever answer it is that you want on Google, and it may not be true. Or, I mean, is there anything really that's true? But anyway, we won't go there. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Second here. All right, so let me keep going. So be curious. Curiosity will get you not only to explore, but also see what you do or don't like. I mean, you won't know unless you try something new. So try to do something new. Go a different route at home. Maybe you'll see something that you never even knew was there. Go look around your house and see if there's stuff around your house that you didn't know was there. And I don't mean just inside, but outside, anywhere. I mean, just explore the world, right? That's what curiosity is talking about. Even if you hate going places or doing things, like just try it. What are you afraid of? Like, so if you ask yourself, what are you afraid of? Why don't you want to be curious? And I mean, there's lots of reasons. One of them being because we're lazy, but really, there's some fears. There's some fear there. So we'll move on to the next one. Flexible. Being flexible can really, really help you in your life and in your career. So sometimes we find ourselves in situations that are not ideal, right? Yes, we're creating our reality, but there's also other people in this world who are also creating their own realities, and they have their own perceptions on what it is that you're doing, right? And so, or what it is that they're doing and you're doing, and it all converges into one thing. But so sometimes we will find ourselves in situations that are not ideal. So be flexible in every way possible. And what I mean by that is being flexible with your own identity. Just because you go somewhere and you don't agree with whatever's going on, it doesn't mean that you need to act a fool. Okay? Sometimes I do act a fool, but maybe it was the right time and place. Maybe it wasn't. Sometimes it really probably wasn't. But you really need to learn how to be flexible and navigate those things, especially when it comes to your career. Learn when to speak up and when not to speak up. Learn when to take a step back and analyze the situation, because sometimes we might think we're right because we are so adamant that we can't even think clearly. I'm sure you probably recognize that in someone else when you're like, man, why can't that person just like stop and for a moment and just let me say what I'm trying to say. They don't have to agree with me. So, you know, there's that. Be flexible. And I don't mean just like in your own attitudes, but in everything possible. Be flexible to, time. If things aren't going exactly the way you want them, just go with the flow. Maybe there's a reason why you're running late. I always think like, well, there's no reason in rushing. If I'm late, I'm late. There's a reason why I'm running late, and just let it go. I mean, what does it matter if you're there 5 minutes late? Or 10 minutes late? You're already late. I mean, yeah, it sucks to be late, but if you did everything you needed to do, and if you're rushing, you're going to forget things. So just take your time, just slow down. You'll get there. Okay? So that's being flexible. The next thing is, and I always have to try to remember these. So curiosity, flexibility, optimism. Yes, that goes perfect after flexibility. So be optimistic that it's going to work out. Like, be optimistic that there's opportunities there. Be optimistic that just because that door has closed doesn't mean that there's not another one waiting for you. While you're knocking on a door that's not opening, you're forgetting all the ones behind you. And, what perfect example for me is like, I applied to higher education jobs for like 2 years. 2 years, I kept applying, kept getting interviews, and I just kept not getting hired. And finally, I was done. I was like, I'm done. I'm done trying to apply. It's not for me. I'm just going to let it be. And like a month later, I get a phone call from 3 different recruiters trying to hire me for my company that I'm in now. And it was amazing. Like, what? Like, who, you hear about people getting calls from recruiters and blah, blah, blah. And then on top of that, I went through the hiring process. It wasn't, it was what it was. It wasn't a big deal. But anyway, so I got the job offer, and I got offered to make like $15,000 more than I was making at my previous job. And the jobs that I was looking at in higher education would have either been less pay or about the same amount of pay for more work and more responsibility. So, we get so stuck on how we want things to be for ourselves that we forget that there's a bigger, greater scheme of things. And I'm so grateful now, right, that I did not get that. So, I consider those missed opportunities, these opportunities that we get fixated on. So, be open to opportunities, be open to realize that maybe what you have in mind for yourself is not what's best for yourself. If something's not working out, maybe there's a reason for that, and move forward into something else. Let it go. Okay. So curiosity, flexibility, optimism, and then the fourth one is being persistent. There's going to be times in your life that, yes, you have to persist to be able to get to the outcome that you want. That's getting a degree, finishing a program, all of those things. It's just something you have to do to get to the other side. I've always thought like, okay, there's hoops that I will need to jump, just like the PhD. There's classes I need to take. There's an exam I need to take, comprehensive, I need to do the proposal, I need to, these are all little steps you have to do. And if you get stuck on the, like, why do I have to do that? You've already lost. What does it matter? What is it that you want? You want that degree. Who cares what you have to do for it? Just do it every day until you get it. It doesn't matter if it takes you 5 years, 10 years. That time is going to pass whether you get the degree or not. So take one class at a time if you need to. If you want a degree, you don't need a degree for a career. Just that's for you guys to know. You do not need a degree for a career. I know plenty of people who have plenty of fruitful careers without a degree. So take that mindset off your mind. Like, if you think you need a degree to be successful and have an amazing career, then you will have that. That's what you'll need, right? Remember, it's all mindset. It's all what you think is true. And so if you truly believe that, and of course you might just want the degree for other reasons. Okay, so when I got asked why I wanted to have a PhD, I told everybody I wanted it for myself. There's no purpose in regards to like a career, because that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Of course I want a career, and of course I want to be successful, but I wasn't getting the degree because it was going to get me somewhere. I wanted the degree for me. All right, so the last one is risk taking. Okay, this is one that I, for myself, am not that much of a risk taker. Everybody knows that I'm not, or everybody might recognize that I'm not, or maybe they don't. I don't know. Let's not put that out there. Everybody's saying Norma's a risk taker right now. Norma is a risk taker, and I will. So let me get back before I get lost in my thoughts. So the last one of these 5 skills you could do to help in your career is risk taking. And so this can mean like anything. It could be moving from one place to another. It could be from mine's like losing. It could just be anything. It could just be switching different career fields. It could just be quitting your job. It could be taking a job that you don't necessarily thinks it aligns with you, and then you find out that it actually is. So anything that comes across that piques your interest, take the risk. What is there to lose? If you absolutely hate it, you can always go back to something else or something else. There's no line that you need to follow to get to success. And And nothing's going to make you happy other than following what your insights tell you to do. Whatever you are thinking internally, like, man, I want to do this. Oh, never mind. I'm going to go drive to that boring ass job that I like so much. Come on, wake up and live a life that you love. So that's it for today, guys. Take those 5, which is, and I want you to put them in I am statements. I am curious, I am flexible, I am optimistic, I am persistent, I am a risk taker. Do that. And I will probably be re-recording this because I hate the angle, but we shall see, because I'm also lazy, so who knows. Leave me comments that you watch this and what maybe you guys want for the next challenge. Thanks for watching.